Hey, what's up you guys? It's Chunky here, and before we get started, I would love to thank Best Fiends for sponsoring this video. What is Best Fiends, you ask? If you haven't heard about Best Fiends, where you been? Where you been? But Best Fiends is a game app. It's super fun. It's free. You can download it in any Play Store or App Store you have. You could download it for free. You ain't gotta pay nothing, even though it's super fun. It's super addicting, and believe me, you're gonna be like, this app is for free, but it really is for free. Especially if it's the holidays and they revamped it a little bit for the holidays. It's super fun. And if you don't have money to give somebody something, just tell them to download Best Fiends, because they're gonna thank you later. Believe me, it's the best gift you're gonna give them. But I've been playing it. I'm on level 31 now. Super fun, super addicting. All you gotta do is collect the same color pieces, feed them to your fiends to defeat the slugs. Best Fiends is a free puzzle adventure game where you collect, upgrade characters by matching same color objects to defeat the slugs. This month, the whole game will be turned into a holiday wonderland, where there'll even be new Christmas themed Fiend style skins. Connect the game to Facebook to compete with all your friends through the all new amazing leaderboards. I'm on level 31. Do you think you could beat me? Comment down below. Let me know what level you're on. Download Best Fiends today with the link in my description. Hey you guys, it's Chunky here. I come to you with a heavy heart today, because my heart genuinely feels heavy. I feel really sad, so if I am a little bit down in this mukbang, it's just because I found out one of my fellow YouTubers just passed away. I don't do well. I really don't do well with people passing away, talking about it, like really like knowing the words to say. I kind of like don't even know like how to even say condolences. Like it's just so hard for me, you know? But if nobody else knows Jasper Days, he's a YouTuber, he's a mukbanger. He was so fucking awesome, so fucking funny. Like, oh my god, why am I cussing right now? See, I just do not do well. Like, I just do not do well with death. But I just want to give my condolences to his family. You know, speaking about him, he was just fierce. He was just fierce. He was like fierce at what he did. I honestly think that he deserved 1 million subscribers, more than 1 million subscribers. He was so artistic. Like himself alone was just a piece of art. Like I just loved to stare at him, to look at him, the way he talked, the way he spoke. I just loved him so much. He made me laugh. I enjoyed his mukbangs. I enjoyed his presence through the screen. I just want to tell his family, you know, my condolences, his sister, everybody, my condolences from Chunky, from this channel, from all my Chunky monkeys, because I'm pretty sure that most of you that watch mukbangs know, and I'm pretty sure you guys would, you know, all of you would just wish your condolences as well. So yeah, let me get eating, even though it's, you know, it's a sad subject. I just found out. I literally just found out. So today I'm eating Hawaiian BBQ. This is what it looks like. I'm going to show you a slow-mo of it. So I have 2 mac and cheeses. I have white rice. I have chicken katsu. I have all my sauces laid out right here. This is the sauce for the chicken katsu. I don't know if I want to pour it, if I want to dip. White rice, chicken. This is chicken katsu. It's just fried chicken. And the batter is almost like a tempura batter. I have short ribs. I have this meat right here. It was like a sweet beef teriyaki meat. Really tender. I have my fried items. I have fried shrimp, and then I have these little, I forgot what you said they were called. Come on, they don't fit in my dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Does that have a cream cheese inside? And I was just scrolling through my comments, and I seen somebody said Jasper Days passed away. I just commented, no, like, no, this, oh my God. Everybody's so caught up in Trisha Paytas's thing, including me, that nobody stops to think about, you know, there's other people here on YouTube. I mean, including me, I'm just like, I just can't believe it. I'm in disbelief. I didn't believe it. I'm like, but why would somebody say that? Like, why would somebody really just... That's not what I was going to talk about today. But... I have tartar sauce. I'm all over the place. I knew exactly what I was gonna do. I knew exactly what I was gonna say. And it just really hurts me. It really hurts me. So I have sweet and sour sauce, which I have here. I have the chicken katsu sauce here. I have tartar sauce here. And then, I seen that they put this in my bag. This is cum chun. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called, but it's soy sauce. So I'm gonna, use this soy sauce to put a little bit on my rice. I have white rice and 2 macaronis. I love this macaroni. I really want to learn how to make this macaroni because it seems like it's so simple. It seems like it's so simple, but it tastes a lot different than... It tastes a lot different than mine. And my macaroni salad is so simple. My mom will say, shaking a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just really so hurt. Like, I really had a story to tell you guys. I had something to really to really tell you. I don't know. Sorry. Gosh, so many interruptions during this video. Okay, so you know, we're getting acquainted. I already noticed the shade right away, but I came back, I counteracted with the shade. Like, I counteracted it. I was like, you don't know me. You want to throw shade, but you don't know me. So, then I was after that, I was like, look, I'm going to make this girl my friend. She threw me shade. I counteracted it. Like, let's move on from it because I'm not going to be doing that, you know, like, so after that, you know, we would talk here and there when we see each other. They were moving. I offered her, hey, look, let me move my car out of my carport because they were moving they had to park their car because there's literally no parking where we live. Like, there's literally no parking. So they were like struggling. I said, you know what, girl? I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna show you what kind heart I have, you know? So I moved my car. I said, look, I'll move my car, I'll park it in front of your garage. You park in your truck and it'll be easier for you. She's like, oh, thank you so much. So I thought everything was cool. I honestly, like, I'm really, really hurt. Because I don't know how to, like, move on from this. Like, I really don't know how to, like, transition from, like, I don't know how newscasters do that shit. Like, they be, like, saying the news and then, so today, 5 people killed. And on other news, these puppies, like, how do you do that? So-and-so, I just don't know. But I guess I have to. He was so young. If you guys don't know who he is, Jasper Days, look him up on YouTube. I guess I'll link his video on the bottom of this channel so you could check it out. You could check him out regardless. So today will be the last part of my, I guess, talking about life stories. Because this is like, I told you I was going to talk about my crazy neighbors. It was crazy. It was weird. It was an experience. You know, if you guys haven't watched my other mukbangs, go ahead, go back, catch up to here. Because this leads up to now where I live on my own. I'm 28 years old now. I've been living on my own since I was 21, 22. It's something that you're going to experience. I have to shake off this sadness. I really have to shake off the sadness because something that you're going to experience when you move out is you're going to experience crazy ass neighbors, people you might not want to live by. So I always make sure to be nice to my neighbors. Like, they're your neighbors. They live so close to you. You know, I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of you know, you're just supposed to respect people that live by you, and especially because you have to see their face every day. So you're nice, you know, if there's something that's bugging you, or if you want them to lower the music, or if you want them to move their car or something like that, you just show respect. When these neighbors moved in, they were my third neighbor to live right next to me. Okay, so I've already had 3 people live next to me. They all moved out. They all were weird. Like, it was just a revolving door. Actually, it was my fourth. It was my 4th neighbor. It was just the first neighbor that actually lived there. I really did like them. They were really cool. But they had 4 kids plus them, plus another lady living with them with her kid. So there was a lot of people living in a small 2-bedroom apartment. So they moved to the front apartment, because the front apartment has 3 bedrooms and it's really big, spacious. So they were cool. I had no problem with them. The second neighbor, I didn't have no problems with. The only thing that was hard was that she was constantly fighting with her boyfriend, and yeah. So then they moved out. Then get this piece of chicken right there.
4:33 p.m. 2 notifications.
Oh my god. The phone just spoke and I'm here alone. Anyway, so. Oh my god. So. This chicken is really good. It's like really sweet. And the batter is really, really light. And then they give it the sauce. I'm not exactly sure what kind of sauce this is. I'm pretty sure someone would know, so let me know down below what it is. It's not like a peanut sauce. So, she fought with her boyfriend a lot, but they were really nice. And she always had, like, her baby daddy coming, her boyfriend coming. Like, we didn't know which one was which. Like, not that they looked at each other, but we didn't figure it out, because although they were nice, they always spoke in Spanish, and I don't know Spanish that well. So I was always guessing or trying to pick up, you know, because I was nosy. Yeah, you're nosy. You live right next to people. Like, you know, you kind of get a feel of what they're about or what's going on with them, you know. Like, if you don't, then you're dying. But, so, you know, it was baby daddy and then the boyfriend and then some other guy. So stuff was going on, but those are not the neighbors I'm talking about. They ended up moving out. I was sad that they moved out, because they might, like, they were respectful and they mind their business. Like, you know, like, things was going on. It was loud, but I didn't mind it, because it didn't interfere me, you know. So they move out. Here's where these neighbors come in. So we know that they're about to rent this apartment out. We come from a long day we were shopping. And we come from a long day of shopping, and we took the kids out and stuff like that. We roll up, and someone's in our parking spot. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I fucking hate when people do that. So, but you know what? I'm like, okay, you know, they're showing the apartment. Obviously, it's like the people that are new. So I'm like, okay, like, let me make sure that, oh, I had a problem with a previous neighbor about the parking spot. Like, stop parking in my spot. Like, stop. So I wanted to make it be known, hey, this is my spot. There's no, like, kicking it here. We all have our spots, and that's it. Because there's nowhere else. It's our spot, and there's, like, nowhere else to really park. So I was like, hey, excuse me, you know, my parking spot. And then they're like, oh, okay, you know. And then, oh my God, Lord Jesus. I don't want to have to get up and check that phone. See these neighbors? See, they're so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Inconsiderate. Very inconsiderate, these ones. These new ones. But these are not the crazy ones. These new neighbors, these are the new ones. They're not as bad. They're just very inconsiderate. You have to have consideration for your neighbors. That's the word I was looking for. You have to have consideration for your neighbors. So, these other ones I move in. So, right away, you know, I walk up, she has her little baby. She has her little baby, and she's standing there, like, outside of the door. I walk up. Our doors are literally right here, so I have to, like, walk up right next to her. And she's like, right away, she throws me shade, like, and I addressed it right away. Like, I didn't tiptoe around it. Like, I was letting her know, this is who I am. When you meet me, this is who I am. So I walk up, and she's like, oh, hey, oh, hello. Like, I tell her, oh, hi, you know, this is my name. Like, I'm living here. Like, I live here with my kids. And she's, how many kids you have? I'm like, oh, I have 2 children. I'm like, she's like, oh, I have 5. And I'm like, ooh. Anyways, so, she's like, oh, I have 5. She's like, but only 3 live with me. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh, this is the baby, blah, blah. I'm like, you know, so we're getting acquainted. She's like, yeah, you know, sorry about your parking spot. You know, we have a garage. Like, she says it basically, the way she says it is like, you know, they have enough money to get a garage. And basically like, oh, why don't you have a garage? Like, she basically threw shade. Like, I know when you're throwing shade. I know when you're throwing shade. Like, it was shade because her eyebrow was raised. Like, come on, people know. So I was like, are you throwing shade because I don't have a garage? And she's like, oh no, oh, and she changes the subject. I'm like, all right, bitch, yeah, you didn't want none. In my head, I'm like, yeah, okay, she don't want none. She's one of those, she talks, but she can't take it. Like, she talks, but she don't want it. I ended up to be right. So, daughter was like always outside, so my daughter seen another little girl, and she was like, hey, like, that's just another friend, you know. So her daughter started to become, I'm gonna kind of cut, okay, her daughter started to become very clingy to us, and wanting to come in the house, and wanting to stay here all night, and wanting to sleep over, and just not wanting to go home. And her mom was fine with it, because her mom, like, I felt so bad for the little girl. Her mom was always leaving her. Her mom, like, she would come over and be in here, like, for 15 minutes. And I'll be like, hey, you know, we're going to leave. You got to go home. She'll go knock on her door, and her mom wouldn't be there. Like, her mom would just leave her. Like, her mom would dip out as soon as she would, like, I don't even want to get you guys into their business. But just to give you a backstory on them, she has all these kids. The man that she's currently with, the man that moves in with her, is not her other kid's dad. She has the baby that she has. is this current guy that she's with, that's their baby together. So like they're just constantly dipping out on the other kids. Like it's just like if you want to start a whole new family, like why have all your kids there? You know, it just didn't get me. It just didn't get me. And then one of her other daughters, she didn't have living with her. She was only like 3 years old. She was living with the grandmother. So she was just a very like selfish type of mom, and she just wanted to start this whole new life with this new guy. And because the kids were not his, like it was just like almost like she just didn't care. She just left them in the house all the time. They were just always in the house. The older boy was 16. And it was just so sad how like she just always used to leave him and shit, and leave them. So I was just like always having this little girl with me, and it all came to a head when one night, you know, her boyfriend started beating her, and we could hear it through the walls, and it was like horrible. I tried to not get involved for the first 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a long time. My kids are like, Mom, like, what's going on? Like, you could literally hear it, like, if they're, like, our walls are paper. You could hear her screaming. You could hear him yelling. You could hear the little girl that used to always be her. You know, we kind of grew a liking to her because I felt bad for her, and she started to become real good friends with my daughter. And she was a really smart, sweet, funny little girl, and I really grew a liking to her. I started hearing her screaming. My kids started hearing her screaming. My older daughter, was concerned for her friend. And I was just like, I gotta do something. I really gotta do something, because I can't just sit here and my kids are looking at me like, help, Mom, you know? My mom, he's a type, he grew up in the hood. That is their business. Don't get in your business. It started to get real bad, so I knocked on the door, and when I knocked on the door, as soon as I knocked on the door, I was going to tell them, hey, look, everybody could hear. I wasn't going to get involved, but I was going to say, hey, my kids could hear. We're trying to go to sleep. You know, please. So when I knock on the door, as soon as I knock on the door, they open the door and they throw me the baby. The older son, the 16-year-old, he gives me the baby, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So then my man comes to see what's going on, and I hand him the baby, and he has the girl's baby. Like, what the fuck? And then he comes in, he puts the baby on the couch, and he's like trying to see what's going on, and the older son is trying to hold back her boyfriend. So like now we're involved in this altercation, and I'm just like, oh my God. So this is the first time it happens. This is the first time. So once I like go in there and like try to help the little boy, because he's trying to swing on the little boy now, I get involved, and he looks at me, and it's like, I'm like, yo, dude, like everybody could hear, like I'm not trying to get involved in this, but now I'm involved. He grabs the keys and he dips. He dips out, he just leaves, and she's just like, she's all fucked up, and the little boy is all, I'm just like, Yo, this is really crazy. Like, this is... So, she tries to explain to me, and I told her, like, you don't have to explain to me anything. Like, you don't owe me anything. I guess she was embarrassed after, and, like, she started to kind of, like, look at us sideways. I don't know, like, giving us attitude and stuff. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What did we do? And, I was just like, cool, whatever, you know, like, I don't need to talk to you. The little girl would still come over, but she was like, the mom was just like, giving off this vibe. Ooh. Woo, that was a good drink. Woo. Woo. Okay. So, alright, long story short, here comes the second time. The second time this happens, you know, shit's going down. She's yelling, he's screaming. They're arguing. And I'm just like, yo, like, I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna get involved. And before anybody says, like, I should have called the cops, if y'all don't know, I have a bad history with the cops. I don't like the cops around here. They really mess with me and my family. I've tried to call the cops before on another neighbor on the other side that was having, like, a domestic dispute with her husband. And those stupid cops come to my... Oh my God, Lord. Cops are just a headache. I told them I wanted to be anonymous. They ended up coming to my house. You know, I didn't want to be like one of those, like, chismosa neighbors that was calling the cops on everybody. Like, I didn't want to be that. So I told them, like, look, I'm going to remain anonymous. Just go to this house. Shit's going down. You know, I'm the lead. Do what you got to do. Tell me why these motherfuckers come to my house. I literally tell them, like, I got an attitude with them. I'm like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Lord, calling the cops is a big no-no. But, hey, if it was like, I eventually did end up calling the cops because it's just like, girls are in this situation, you're going to let it continue. Like, no matter what you do, you can't get involved. I mean, if it would have got really bad, it was bad. But I didn't know it was this bad because a little girl came banging on my door. She's banging on my door. I open the door like, what's going on? What's going on? She's like, my stepdaddy's having a seizure. I'm like, what? We jump up. My man jumps up. I tell the kids, stay in here and lock the door. We go in there. We see him on the floor having convulsions, foaming at the mouth. And we're like, I'm like convinced that this guy literally is overdosing. And so I'm like, oh my God. At this point, she tries to pick him up. He's laying on her having convulsions. She's pregnant, okay? I forgot to add that this girl was pregnant again after all these 5 kids and the other baby. And then the tonta is pregnant again. So she's pregnant. He like rolls over on her belly and like is on top of her. And she's yelling for my man, like, by his name, like, Caesar, Caesar, help me, like, help me, Caesar, like a damsel in distress. And I'm like, like, through all this, I'm like, bitch, did you just call my man by his name? Did you just call my man by his... All right, you know what? Let's worry about this current situation, and I will worry about that situation after. Because I didn't even know, like, honestly, I didn't even know she knew his name. I didn't know she knew his name. Like, I never told her his name. Like, it ain't none of your business what my man's name is. And I thought that way only because she was always complimenting me, like, oh, you have such a good man. Oh, he's such a good guy. Like, I could tell. Like, you're so lucky, you know. Like, you're just so lucky with a good man you have. Those are the ones you gotta look out for. But I was just like, yeah. And then you're over there calling him by his name, laying back, acting like a damsel in distress, talking about, help me, Caesar. Like, no, bitch. So we help her ass. He gets up, he starts acting all erratic. He like jumps towards me, and I push him back. And my man's like, hey, what the F? And then, why did I say what the F? I don't know what the fuck. My man says, hey, what the hell? And he like is trying to leave. She's trying to stop him from leaving, from driving, because she thinks like he's going crazy. Like, he's going to be driving and he's going to crash. I'm like, you're still concerned about this guy after he beats you? So she tries to go after him. He's pushing the accelerator. He's already in the car. He's pushing the accelerator. She grabs onto him. And he almost takes off with her. And I grab her. I literally grabbed her. Like, I grabbed her by the waist right here. And when he takes off, I, like, fall back with her. And I'm like, I literally just saved your pregnant ass. Like, he was going to drag you. Like, you need to leave this guy. This guy wanted to kill you. Like, no, you need to leave this man. So, I was so scared. I literally peed myself. Like, I really thought that he was going to kill her. And when I came home, I don't even want to say it because I'm eating, but I came home and I threw up. Because I was so scared. I like to eat the cabbage. It has cabbage in the bottom. I love to eat the cabbage with it. Like, I just like the crunch and the freshness. Next day, you know, she's talking about she's gonna leave him. Talking about he ain't no good. Talking about she's tired of it. I'm talking about whatever and whatever. So she ends up back with him, and then like we become public enemy number one. Like, then now it's all switched over on us. Like, for some reason they looking at us some type of way. Like, just like I don't know, like jealousy. I don't know what it was, but they were not. Oh, so after the situation, okay, let me go back. I guess they were kind of mad because after the situation happened, all the neighbors were out. All the neighbors came out. Literally, all the neighbors. Like, she's seen all the neighbors come out. And all the neighbors fucking snitched on her because, you know, some of them were snitches. And they seen, like,